Are there things we should be aware of as we set the sail for the wind to come? Our humility, our attitude, our piety, our faithfulness. Are there things we are responsible for?
Yes.
Obviously, it's of the Lord, and a revival is all of the Lord.
I don't think this generation has understood prayer, really. You're coming back to your father. In the book, A Father in the Faith, there's some articles by your father. And one is Believe That You Receive. I think it's the last article in the book, where he talks about the prayer of faith. And he explains that actually asking in the name of Christ and asking according to the will of God are the same thing. And it's actually possible to pray and pray and pray and pray and to wait on the Lord and actually to come to the point where you now know
Assurance.
By a spiritual intuition that it's going to happen. I think this present generation thinks that's mysticism, and it isn't mysticism. Oswald Sanders makes the same point. J.O. Fraser, who worked so wonderfully amongst the Lisu tribes, he makes the same point, is there's the promises of God. So we go to God with his promises and say, there's your promise. I'm holding you to your promise. And we labor and agonize, actually is the New Testament word. We agonize in prayer until we have this spiritual intuition that God is going to honor his promise.
It's a given prayer.
So does it say, Lord, does it say that where two or three are gathered, you, the risen Christ, are in the midst? That's what it says. So, Lord, when this very small number of people meet, then display your presence, because that's what you said. You're there, so let's bring upon the congregation that wonderful awareness that you're there. Some people say, well, just by faith we should accept that. Yes, but that's what I'm talking about. Have faith to really believe that. It was J. Oswald Sanders, or was it D.E. Host, who succeeded Hudson Taylor? I can't remember now which it was, but they said, God cannot resist faith. He gives in every time. If you go with his word and say, this is what you've said, please do it, he gives in every time.
Faith compliments God, doesn't it?
Sorry?
Faith compliments God.
Yes, exactly.
Gives him the honor.
Yeah, it does give him the honor.
Trust him.
Yeah, we trust him. And I just don't believe that spiritual dimension, that experiential dimension, is really very understood widely today.
This excerpt is from the full interview, A Modern-Day Barnabas, in conversation with Stuart Olyott. Click the thumbnail here to watch it on Capel Sildwen's YouTube channel.